Thank you, Amjad Saab, for inviting me and also for organizing this seminar on a very important subject, and also putting me along with the very distinguished speakers and personalities. In my view, the current Kashmir situation presents one of the biggest threat not only to the region but entire world since the Second World War. We know that nearly one-fifth, as Arif Saab mentioned, that humanity lives in India and Pakistan. Both countries are nuclear powers and they have been close to nuclear wars several times, and they have also fought several wars since they gained their independence, largely over the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. Nowadays, Kashmir is once again back to the flashpoint, and Kashmir is considered one of the highly militarized zones in the world. Both Indians and Pakistanis armies are ready and waiting for an order from the top to start a war. In fact, if you go to the line of control or if you follow regularly newspapers, you will find that almost people living close to the line of control, they are in the state of war. In my view, if war erupts, it will not be a limited war, and no one can stop it to be to a limited war. It can blow up and engulf entire region. Last year, we have seen that the Pulwama attack created a situation when both countries once again were at the verge of the nuclear war, and no one can rule out similar attack inside Kashmir Valley once again. In this background, in the background of the current state of India-Pakistan relations, I don't know if anything happens similar to the Pulwama or post-Pulwama situation, how we will be able to handle this situation. Unfortunately, we know that since the Narendra Modi came to power once again, second time, is clear-cut approach over Kashmir and towards Pakistan is we have seen unprecedented atrocities are being committed by the forces in Kashmir. Particularly in last 4 or 5 months have been, people say that these months were the bloodiest months in the history of Kashmir. The state of human rights in Kashmir Valley is reached to its lowest ebb and it become intolerable. The abrogation of Article 70 and 35A, followed by bifurcation of the state into two separate units and revocation of the statehood, further complicated already fragile situation inside Kashmir. The President Modi's government's approach is being seen in Kashmir Valley, particularly in Kashmir Valley, in AJK, and in diaspora community. Largely, they think that they are intended to colonize Kashmir again, and they are bringing, as Dr. Saif Saab mentioned, that the settlement from outside in Kashmir on the pattern of Israel and Palestine. Inside Kashmir, if you go and see that there is no political space left for the pro independent political outfits. Similarly, most of the political leaders, they are in jail. They were sent in jail before 5th of August and immediately after the 5th August. No political activity is allowed to vent out your grievances or your political opinion. Media, I have been following Kashmiri media since many years, but particularly I noticed that since last few years and last few months, Kashmiri media is facing one of the worst kind of censorship. Many journalists, senior journalists, they were summoned to the police stations, and they were given notices, and they were told that these things are the you are allowed to report, and these things are these issues are you are not allowed to report. So media is almost under cage. As I told you that the people living close to the line of control, almost they are at the state of war. Every day, news about the killings are appearing in the media. We we have been saying, we all have been saying, and all experts are saying that war is no options because both countries are nuclear powers. But situation is getting out of hand day by day. In my view, only forward movement can be possible if India uh, make some tangible uh, steps to improve the situation in Kashmir and stop this reign of terror and suppression inside Kashmir. Secondly, to resume dialogue between India and Pakistan. At this point, I say, but we know that the India is not willing to do these things. But at this point, only international community can chip in and help both countries to get back to table and de-escalate the situation, tensions particularly. Unfortunately, what I witnessed during last 1 years, the reaction of the international community so far have been limited and very ineffective. The only saner approach is to recognize Kashmir dispute as an unresolved problem and accept that an unresolved Kashmir conflict has a potential to flare up again and again and ruin the entire region. I don't think that beside this accepting Kashmir as a Kashmiris and Kashmir as a central issue of between India and Pakistan, we will be able to move forward. With these words, I stop here. Thank you very much.